Good Saturday morning. How are you feeling? We're sitting right now at temperature 49. We've got a wind chill of 46, and the high is only going to be 54 today. And, go ahead and mention it's going to rain. Yeah, that's in the forecast for us. We'll show you radar here in just a minute as we get things rolling this morning. Do hope you're feeling good. You've had a little cup of coffee or two, and well, you're on your way to a great start. I got to hunt some breakfast here in a little while. A busy night for MPD as we start learning of a car chase that began last night. Maybe you've heard about this, maybe you haven't at this point. But there was an overnight chase that began last night. And let's take a look at this of what we know at this point. The car chase, as we would go back and look at this, would start. Let me pull this up where everybody can see. Let's see here. Let me hit another button here. And pull this up where you can take a look at this. The chase would begin right around here on 34th Avenue. The subject would go south on 35th Avenue. Speeds would get up to about 60 miles an hour, and as they neared 8th Street, they would cross it as this sped down. Here's 8th Street Meridian, and they would turn east on 7th Street. They would go up, and then eventually getting on 23rd Avenue. And then going due north on 23rd Avenue right here. Now, if you'll notice, this is a one-way street. Speeds up through here. When he reached here right around 24, speeds would be at 100 miles an hour. It would get a little bit more dangerous as he sped up to roughly 108 miles an hour just before impact. As we pull this up to take a look at what we've got here, this happened just past Meridian High School is where the wreck would actually happen. Let's pull this up where you can see this. Here's the scene of what went on last night with the Meridian Police Department on scene there. It was a white Nissan Maxima that he would lose control of. It would turn sideways and go through a yard, hit a van and a house. The subject was ejected from the vehicle, taken for emergency care at a local hospital, then airlifted to Jackson. Critical condition is what we know at this point. As we know more, no names have been released at this point this morning, but a terrible accident that did happen last night. All started over because the person didn't stop and sped from police. Very few people were on the road. I think they may have passed 3 cars at one point, but he was determined not to stop. Do we know why? Not yet. As usual, there's a reason that people do not want to stop. We don't know all the reasons at this point, but that happened in the early, before midnight last night. Yesterday morning, right around 8 o'clock, also, we heard of a shooting that happened in the Meridian area. And this would happen over at Landmark Apartments, as we pull this up to take a look at as well. This is the scene of what happened yesterday morning as we had someone do a drive-by. As you'll see, the cops that are there at the Landmark Apartments, there would be a shooting, a domestic dispute of some sort. This would lead over to the fire department being called and this was all tied together as they served a search warrant in the 4200 block of 37th Avenue. An arrest was made. We haven't gotten the name yet from the Meridian Police Department, but a domestic dispute between 2 fellas is what we understand. One was shot, taken to the hospital. We did have a fender bender there on Highway 39 North yesterday afternoon. Nothing major there in the media before you get to Winn-Dixie. That was the scene yesterday afternoon. That seems to happen a lot in those areas. As we look at other events that have gone on over the week, we brought this up yesterday morning. A car was stolen from Interstate Auto. And let's pull this up where you can take a look at this. If you happen to see this car in the Meridian area, it was taken early Wednesday morning. It's a silver 2019 Kia Sportage, taken around 5:19 a.m. Wednesday. If you happen to see that car, report it to the Meridian Police Department at 485-1893. That's a shame for things to be taken like that, but it happened there, again, at Interstate Auto, North Frontage Road in Meridian. Let's hope they are caught before long and brought into custody. A few of the things that happened in the Meridian area. This has been kind of quiet for a while as we start looking at things that are happening across the state of Mississippi. The the money that was stolen or misused, I think is a better word for it, when it comes to the welfare scandal that has gone on in the state of Mississippi. Attorneys are starting to drop hints, according to Mississippi Today, that the feds are eyeing further investigation into former Governor Phil Bryant. We don't know that yet, but that is what Mississippi Today is dropping hints of. This is long from being over, as there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we're not seeing in the public eye every day. Mississippi Today has been following this closely. We'll probably see more come out of this next week. And could this go further up the ladder? I guess it could. They've named several big names in this. We'll follow this and keep you posted as to how it happens there. Out of Tennessee, we're saddened that a church lost members. Everybody but the pastor lost their life on the flight. It crashed in Texas. They were going to another place, getting ready for landing, and the plane missed it. Yodom, Texas. Only the pastor walked away. I think he was in critical condition. The other pastors and people from the church did not make it from the accident. Jones County, we see that a father's been arrested. He was arrested for shooting his son, a dispute there as well. Lots always going on in Jones County. Pearl River County, Mississippi. Always be aware of this on computers. People send you constant emails and text. Click this, click this. Anything that is involving buying something before calling them, don't do it. They had one victim do that, bought $3,700 worth of gift cards, and then you call and give the numbers, and of course they stole it. They made away with the money. If it doesn't feel right, don't click it, don't do it. Call somebody. They'll help you out there. We don't know much about this, but if you'll remember, a little while ago, a former Ole Miss football player was kidnapped and taken to a ATM for money. I think he withdrew $20,000. 2 people were arrested for it. They've arrested another person in connection with this, a Wayne County attorney in Laurel. He's connected with the kidnapping case as well. We'll find out more about this as this news is starting to break from yesterday afternoon. Attorney Cooper Leggett was also arrested. We don't know much more than that, but could be more involved. Maybe he knows something of his client. We're not sure where that is. That's what went on yesterday. I had a lot of reports going on what's going on in Wayne County. That's what it was. As we look around, I don't, and Mississippi is putting a stance on this. On the rural route, maybe not in large cities, I don't know. I've never lived in a large city. But on the rural route, we constantly use propane gas, whether it's for heat or for stoves. One of the latest things is they've been trying to stamp out and say they're not good for you, is your stove. Senator Roger Wicker and Cindy Hyde-Smith have voted against this in their opposition to doing away with these. This is part of that Green Deal type thing where they're saying they're horrible for you. Don't judge. They've been around for a long, long time, and they're helpful. I don't know where this is going to lead, but we'll see what happens. Let's see what's a body has been identified in Hinds County from Christmas Day. It's a Pike County woman that they have found there. She'd been missing since October. I know that gives some relief. I wouldn't say it's great, but it does give you relief of knowing where your loved one is and not knowing. That a tough situation there. Deion Sanders, I think we all know, has taken on a big job, leaving the state of Mississippi from Jackson State, going to Colorado. Have you seen this house? It's up for sale. If you want to live in the Canton area, well, here's your chance as you take a look at that. 1.5, it could be yours. Big, 42 acres, beautiful home. There it sits there. You can find that on Zillow if you'd like to take a closer look at that. Big, spacious house, but it's up for sale, and you can find out more about that if you're interested in that in the Canton area. If the election was held today, how would it go? Well, a lot of folks say Trump would win. As the poll comes out over DeSantis and Trump still leads 48% over DeSantis, 28% voting for DeSantis. Let's hope that they come to an agreement on this before it's all said and done, the election comes. This is shocking. Buzz Aldrin, you know who I'm talking about, gets married at 93. She's 30 years younger than him. He's a go-getter, isn't he? Congratulations to them. We'll check your weather forecast next here in just a moment. Y'all wake up. Get the Saturday morning going. Already 9:42. The morning is getting away from us, isn't it? Fast one it is.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
All right, as we go to our record highs and record lows this morning, we go back to 1982, it being 80 degrees today, 1895. Whew, what a chiller, 5 degrees. As we look to today, rain is most likely to come with a high of about 54. Heavier rain in the Lauderdale County area, lighter as you get toward Philadelphia and Scuba in those areas. But rain is on the way, so expect that today. We'll take a look at radar here in just a moment. And as Robin Dickerson said, they ain't getting her gas stove. I don't blame you, girl. Showers today. 53 in Demopolis, Alabama, over to Selma, 52. Kind of the line there as we look at that. Light showers up to Tuscaloosa. Let's see. As we see here, severe weather comes across Tuesday. This is what we're expecting. Lauderdale County kind of split in half. East of Lauderdale County, this side will be worse. All of Clark County. Now, we're several days away from this. We got level 1s here, level 1 for Kemper County, just a small portion of Neshoba County, but most of Newton County under 1. Again, this will likely change in between now and then, but look at the high winds that is expected. 2 very strong winds. Again, we'll keep track of this, and this will change as it gets near us as it comes in on Tuesday. As we look at the temperatures, kind of normal right now, but we do have that cool front making its way across Nevada towards us, toward Texas before long. As we look at our 7-day forecast brought to you by our friends here at Wilson Saw and Outdoor Power, we see that today is 53 with a 90% chance of rain. 57 rolls in for Sunday, still a 40% chance of rain. The rain moves out, and we get into the 50s for the most part for the week. One day hitting at 60 there when that bad weather comes in on Tuesday. After that, we're in the 50s once again, and we go all the way toward February the 4th there, and we'll get back into the 60s. Nothing cold or out of the big ordinary yet. We'll keep a close eye on this as old man winter is not done with us just yet. As we look to the 21st, this is it, Saturday. What do you do for fishing? 7:30 this morning to 9:30 was a great time. Looks like we'll have another major time at 11:40, right around lunch, and will last until 1:40 in the afternoon. We've got a northeast wind 5 to 10. Check it out. Brought to you by our friends at Chet. Now, our deer feeding time is brought to us by Collinsville Meats. If you want to go fishing today, first major time is going to be around 1 o'clock this afternoon until 3. Great time to be in the woods to kill you a deer. We'll have a second major time at 1 to 3 this afternoon. So it's several chances to get out. Chances not left, a whole lot left of deer season. So I highly stress getting out and using it the best you can. So do that and enjoy yourself and kill you a good deer. Let's go over and take a look at radar where rain is this morning so you know exactly what's going on with the weather. As we pull this up, we'll see that we got showers to the south of Meridian, eastern Clark County into Wayne County showers right now. Heavier to the south of here. We do have over here in Pine Hill, Alabama, some heavier shower activity. Down in this area right here, Beaumont, these areas here, south of, here's Ellisville, Jones Junior College, and those areas. Nothing major yet, but we do have the rain making its way across the southern portion down here of the state from Baton Rouge onward. We'll watch the weather closely today and keep you up to date with what happens with it as it comes along. Let's see. I wanted to make one remark before we close out, and a special thing as we close out is losing a loved one is very hard. It's very tough, especially when it's a child. And we go back and some friends of ours that we want to remember today. A former police officer lost his baby girl back in 2018 on this day to cancer. She was 3 years old, and she touched so many lives, and we wanted to wish them well on this day as they remember. Very tough day for them as Lakin Elise Cole lost her life today to cancer. She was a sweetheart. May her spirit live on, and as they try to bring happiness to others through what they lost in their child to help others, we sincerely think of you on this day. That's a very tough one, something that I can't say I would ever want to go through. I know a lot of you have. But keep them in your thoughts. That's a tough thing that you go through on a day like this. Thank y'all, and God bless us. A quick look at what's going on in and around the Meridian area this morning. We'll be back, as always, behind the scenes to let you know what goes on and happens in our area. Thanks for being a part of this, and we'll be back with Debbie bright and early Monday morning, beginning at 7 a.m. It all happens here at the Scotty Ray Report. Thank y'all for making this such a success, and we'll see you soon.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: